Paradise police say a traffic stop turned into a drug bust. This is the meth confiscated by officers. The long-awaited grand opening came this morning for the newly relocated grocery outlet store in Chico. And a new wildfire brings evacuation warnings and impacts traffic on Interstate 5.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking news, Governor Gavin Newsom just made it official. He is calling for a November 4th special election on redistricting aimed at adding Democratic U.S. House seats. The move is in response to Republican efforts to gain 5 seats in Texas. State lawmakers need to declare the special election. We will bring you more on this story tonight. New at noon, a traffic stop led to an arrest for methamphetamine sales in Paradise. Police say they stopped 37-year-old Sarah Cushman on Clark Road because a light was out on her vehicle. A search turned up about a half ounce of meth packaged for sale and drug paraphernalia. Investigators say Cushman told them she only sold to friends. She was booked into the Butte County Jail. Also new at noon, a huge turnout this morning for the grand opening of the newly relocated grocery outlet store in Chico.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
The owner told us 100 people were waiting for the doors to open at 7 a.m. to receive gift cards with values between $5 and $500. Customers could also enter to win $1,000 in free groceries. The ribbon cutting for the store on Pillsbury Road happened at 10. The operators donated $1,000 to several local nonprofits. We'll bring you more on why the store had no choice but to relocate on tonight's news. The Plumas National Forest moves into Stage 2 fire restrictions tomorrow. Forestry officials say hot, dry temperatures over the past few weeks are increasing the fire danger. Campfires are only allowed in designated recreation sites in established campfire rings. There are also smoking restrictions and restrictions on vehicle use. So far, more than 80% of wildfires on the Plumas National Forest this year have been caused by humans. This is a live lookout from the Tuscan Butte Alert California camera showing blue skies, and we're still experiencing warm, even hot temperatures for the very latest return to court clopping.
Yeah, that's right, Linda. Today, we're projected to end up in a pretty similar range to where we did yesterday in the afternoon after starting out a few degrees cooler this morning. And here's the view outside from the Deer Creek Highway camera up Highway 32 east of Chico looking west over the valley. We're just seeing blue skies above. Satellite and radar. Clear skies across the board for us today as high pressure off the coast is continuing to build inland, and that will drive temperatures up a bit tomorrow. But again, today, it looks like we're going to end up in a pretty similar range to yesterday. And right now, 82 degrees for Chico with sunshine. Redding, 87 degrees. That's right on par with this time yesterday. 84 degrees currently for Red Bluff. 79 degrees still showing up and being reported in Orville right now. Heading into this afternoon, high temperatures are projected to mostly end up in the mid to upper 90s. We've got 92 to 100 degrees is the range, but we're not projected to hit the century mark anywhere today. South wind to 10 miles an hour throughout the day with humidity as low as 22%. So with all of those conditions combined, fire danger in the moderate range for your Thursday afternoon. Linda, coming up in just a couple of minutes, I'll be breaking down how warm it'll end up in your backyard this afternoon and a big welcome change of pace on tap as we head through your upcoming weekend.
All right, good news. Thank you, Court. Prosecutors have released video of a pursuit that led to a deadly crash in Butte County. It comes as Elizabeth Dahl pleaded no contest to charges. District Attorney Mike Ramsey says Dahl was speeding on Highway 32 west of Chico when a CHP officer tried to pull her over. And during the pursuit, she crossed over double yellow lines, almost hitting several cars. Now, this is the video we were talking about. Near Meridian Road, Dahl crashed into a car driven by Mia Gentry, killing her. Dahl had major injuries and had a small amount of marijuana in her system. The DA says because of vacancies and backlogs, the investigation took 2 years. Dahl faces 6 years in prison when she's sentenced on October 29th. The Tehama County Sheriff's Office boating unit recovered a stolen car from the Sacramento River. Take a look. With help from the CHP, officers located and hauled the stolen truck out of the water. It was found near the Jellies Ferry Bridge boat launch. The Sheriff's Office says the team climbed into the submerged truck to hook it up to drag it out. eliminating a potential hazard for both boaters and for the environment. A no-swim advisory remains in effect for Big Chico Creek after the CDC confirmed dangerous E. coli in the water. Butte County Public Health says lab results from the CDC confirm the presence in multiple locations along the creek. The CDC believes the contamination likely came from grazing animals or birds and that it is unlikely the contamination from human fecal matter. County Health Officer Dr. Jarrett Bowden says that this is a new and dangerous strain of E. coli. Officials say there have not been any new reports of illnesses linked to the creek since the no-swim advisory went into effect July 18th. We'll bring you more on what happens from here on tonight's news. Damaged tree removal from the park fire is now underway in Chico's Upper Bidwell Park. The city is taking down 45 hazardous trees from Alligator Hole to the end of Upper Park Road. They are targeting trees that the park fire killed and now pose a danger because they could fall. That's why Upper Park Road is closed right now.
We've taken a measured approach that we do frequent assessments on the trees to try and identify the ones that will recover from their fire damage from the park fire. However, what that also shows is the trees that are just clearly not going to make it. So we've made the decision to remove those trees, to remove that hazard if there were future fires, and also just for the safety of park users.
Upper Park Road will remain closed for the work through tomorrow. Congressman Doug LaMalfa will host a town hall meeting in Susanville tonight. We have video from the town hall he held Monday in Chico. It was followed by one that night in Red Bluff. Today's town hall is in Jensen Hall at the Lassen County Fairgrounds on Russell Avenue, starting at 5:30 p.m. The congressman is also hosting a community coffee event at 8 a.m. Friday in the meeting chambers at the Yuba County Government Center in Marysville. A plane full of people trying to get from Virginia to LA ended up in Colorado because of an alarming mid-air incident in the cabin. As Chris Van Cleve reports, a passenger faces possible criminal charges for starting the disturbance on board that forced the jet to divert and land.
Applause for police after they arrested and removed a man from a Breeze Airways flight. The airline says he started an altercation with the crew Wednesday.
The unruly passenger is free out of his restraint. He's removed his belt trying to hit people.
The disruption forced the flight to divert to Grand Junction, Colorado, while en route from Norfolk, Virginia to Los Angeles.
Hey, drop the skateboard.
The FBI identified the passenger as 46-year-old David Leroy Carter. Local police say he allegedly waved his skateboard and shouted racial slurs at flight attendants while intoxicated. Airline staff allegedly tried to restrain him twice, but he broke free both times.
He was saying racial slurs, he was being loud, and I didn't know he attacked anybody until I saw the news afterwards.
This video shows another passenger force Carter back into his seat.
The linebacker dude that was sitting in 17th seat literally picked this man up underneath his armpits and put him down.
That man spoke to CBS News Los Angeles.
My son was on there, and there was other kids on there, and so I just had to, sit him down.
Investigators say while charges are pending, it does not appear Carter physically assaulted anyone. So far this year, the FAA says there have been over 1,000 incidents of disruptive passengers, but they have been on the decline since 2021. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News.
A new fire erupted in the Gorman area along Interstate 5 early this morning, prompting evacuation warnings. The King Fire sparked up just after 1 a.m. along I-5 between Gorman and Pyramid Lake. Firefighters from the Angeles National Forest and the Los Angeles County Fire Department quickly responded to battle the flames. The fire has grown to about 500 acres. It is 5% contained. The two right lanes of the northbound I-5 are closed in the area of the firefight. Whether it's running, making friends, or learning life skills, Girls on the Run is helping girls in our area. A guest joins us next with details on how to join in.